Welcome to the podcast. Oops, my bad. I was supposed to start it off with, and we're back. That's a little phrase I heard on SNL a couple of years ago. Ben Affleck and Jimmy Fallon they were using that phrase. They were basically radio DJs, just trying to like one up each other. One guy's called Man. Yeah, they both had like multiple personalities that they were using and different voices. One guy was called Dan in the Man in the Box and Dan in the Can or something. But yeah, if you could find it on YouTube probably. Just put Ben Affleck, Jimmy Fallon, DJs, and we're back, something like that. Actually, let me see if it's on here. So a couple of topics that I wanted to talk about today. I'm not gonna look for that SNL skit. You know what? We got time. A podcast is supposed to be long. That's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. Podcasts are really hard to do. It's really hard, especially a solo podcast. I've made like 10 takes and I had rhythm and momentum going. I was in the zone, and then something would happen where I would lose my train of thought, and then I would just delete it and start over. But you have to accept the fact that a podcast is long for a reason. You're just on air for an hour, 2 hours. If it's 20 minutes, I can't really call it a podcast. Maybe you can, but the ones that I listen to, like Joe Rogan, he's ranting for about 2 hours, and he's extremely long-winded and elaborates on all kinds of stuff. And one day, maybe I could get past the 20 minute mark. Let me find that YouTube video. YouTube.com. And as you can tell by my search here, recommended videos, I've been looking up podcasts and stuff. And this guy Smith, he does shooter games. He's really good at podcasts. He's in Canada. A lot of people in Canada that I know of, or a lot of people on social media on YouTube, are from Canada. The ones that I find interesting, they're from Canada. It's kind of amazing. I think they're just, maybe because there's a level of isolation from America. I'm not saying Americans are discriminatory towards Canadians, but there's that separation, that distance, that they don't mind using this medium to connect with folks in the US. Just a theory. But yeah, what was I gonna look up? I don't know why I'm looking this up. Ben Affleck, Jimmy Fallon, SNL. They have a couple of SNL things. This is it. The Morning Madhouse. Morning Madhouse. I don't know if you could hear that. I don't think you can hear it. Okay, I'll watch that later. Maybe I'll like snag a couple of ideas from this skit for my brand new podcast series. What was I gonna talk about? Batman vs Superman. I mean, they're gonna end up as friends at the end. Lex Luthor is probably gonna play a role in instigating Batman and maybe handing him some kryptonite to go beat up Superman. So it doesn't look like the general public is against Superman according to the trailer. That's just my opinion. It looks like they're kind of worshiping him, and Batman, Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck looks, some would say, like a hater. Looks kind of like jealous. So I don't know, Ben Affleck to me doesn't seem to be the best choice for Batman. I would have tried to make a sales pitch to Christian Bale, but I understand, there's a new plot and subplot, and whenever that happens, they try to get new, Hollywood tries to get new actors and actresses. I'm glad they went with Amy. I forgot what her name is, but she was Susan from Talladega Nights. I loved her as the characters that she plays, and pretty much I loved her in Talladega Nights. that scene with Ricky Bobby. She was very motivating, and I'm sure most of you would agree. But I think Ben Affleck's a pretty boy. Luckily, the mask is pretty masculine. It's rough, tough, it's edgy, and that's the way, that's the way it has to be. You know what I mean? It it makes up for the pretty boyness that Ben Affleck has. I have nothing against Mr. Ben. I like him for comedy, and yeah, pretty much it. I think he's a funny guy. He's actually pretty good at impersonations. But as far as action star, I don't see it. Even if he did get buff and cut up or whatever, I'd rather roll with Ryan Reynolds for as an action star. But I don't know. Ben Affleck is the one chosen, and maybe he's gonna try to do his best to prove the critics wrong. I hope it turns out to be a good movie. So ESPN. So Paul Pierce, he drains a three, and I just wanted to rant about ESPN reporters. I don't know what's wrong with them. Some of them are so cheesy. Like the guy, I forgot his name, asked Paul Pierce at the end of the game, "Did you call bank?" I'm like, what kind of cheesy person is going to ask him if he called bank? It's a good shot. You're at the top of the key. If you hit bank, or if you add extra umph to it, and it's not, it's okay because you got the backboard right there. If you're shooting for a swish, you can underball it. There's nothing wrong with hitting the backboard. That's like elementary stuff. I just don't understand why they would say that. Would Jalen Rose ask that? No. Chris Broussard was the reporter. He's the one that asked, "Tell me, Paul Pierce," or something like that. "Tell me, Paul Pierce, did you call bank?" It looked like Paul Pierce was agitated. It looked like he wanted to say, "You could call these nuts." But he dropped the shot, and it was awesome. It was a spectacular game. Derrick Rose did the same thing, and someone else from another team, I forgot. NBA playoffs is looking exciting. There's a lot of ESPN reporters that just really, really aggravate me. There's a few of them that I'm cool with. That's on my cool list. Actually, Reggie Miller isn't even an ES reporter. Jalen Rose, I don't know if he's an ES reporter. I think he is, but yeah, I know he's been on TNT, and doesn't matter. Yeah, I think he is, but the cool ones seem to be not on ESPN that much. Who else? Stephen A. and Skip Bayless, they're talk show hosts. To me, that's what they are right now as far as reporting. I don't know. I like their opinions on some stuff. Stephen A's opinion, he's very eloquent, articulate. He's a smart guy, but there are some things here he's just completely biased. He's completely biased. Like the Kobe Bryant Michael Jordan comparison. He thinks Kobe Bryant is a better shooter than Michael Jordan. Okay, I disagree. I disagree. Michael Jordan is clutch. Michael Jordan is way more clutch than Kobe Bryant. The thing is about Michael Jordan's era, MJ made his free throw shots. I'm not saying Kobe didn't, but look it up. Look up the stats. MJ was better than Kobe Bryant from the free throw line, and he got to the free throw line consistently. And that time frame, those guys made their shots. Not just the Bulls, the other teams that was competing with them, the Jazz, the Knicks, the Pacers. It was a league of shooters, just studs. Like the best shooters, like the competitive, scrappy shooters that weren't considered the best back then. They would be fantastic shooters now. But to me, it was just a joy to watch back in the day. It's still an exciting game to watch right now, and I'm actually hoping I could catch the Bulls versus Cavs game because that's a very exciting matchup. I'm starting to. I don't care if someone says I'm on the Derrick Rose bandwagon, but because of that shot, that clutch shot that he made at the end of the game, um, I'm more excited to tune in. I'm more excited to tune in. I was interested in just keeping up to see if LeBron could close him out, but now I realize it's more competitive. The Bulls are very competitive, so keep my mind off of what's going on in boxing. What is going on in boxing? I haven't watched it yet, but Canelo Alvarez knocked out James Kirkland in 3 rounds. Can't really get excited. Some other headlines: Mayweather stands firm on rescinding rematch offer. I mean, I don't know. I don't blame him, but I still would like to see a rematch. I would like to see Pacquiao take the training more serious. I mean, yeah, they were saying he was hitting hard, he was running his miles, but there were times that I would check in and he's kind of just goofing around. And Freddie Roach just seems infatuated with the amount of attention he was getting from the media, and he was just kind of playing the reporters a little bit. I think he seemed flattered. He, I think he enjoyed the fact that the media loved him because he always gave them something to work with. But I think if a rematch happens, Pacquiao's really got to hone in on his strategy, his tactics. Man, it was a long weekend. I wanted to. Did I work out today? I don't know if I worked out. Yeah, I did. I did cardio, cardio, and legs. So the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is gonna be brutal unless I get my nutrients in, get my stretching in, and eat and drink water. But do I think Pacquiao should get a rematch? I don't know. At this point, I'm kind of emotionally detached to the whole Mayweather Pacquiao thing. I think that a lot of serious boxing fans are. They might even be stepping away from, the boxing websites. But I think that the ones kind of like talking about it right now, conversing about it, are probably the new boxing fans or new hardcore boxing fans or the casual boxing fans that's starting to become more interested in the sport of boxing. But I think the ones that were as far as Mayweather Pacquiao goes, I think the ones that were talking about Pacquiao Mayweather fight since 2006, 7, and 8, I'm included in that category. I have the screenshots to prove it, the evidence to prove it. If you disagree, I should probably save it. But it's on Boxing Scene. We've been talking about the Mayweather Pacquiao fight since 2006, and I think we burned out on the conversation probably 2012. So by the time the fight got finalized, we had already been through, the arguments, the debates, the investigations. By the time the fight got finalized, it was like, I think I personally was kind of numb to it. I was like, huh, cool. You know what I mean? It's almost like you've reached the end of a long, long run, or maybe a marathon. I've never done a freaking marathon, and you just wanna finish. You just want to finish and jog it home. Um, but yeah, I mean, am I saying I'm never gonna watch a boxing fight again? No, but I am saying that people shouldn't pay $100 to watch a rematch between Pacquiao Mayweather. Uh, I haven't watched the replay. I know Pacquiao is claiming that he felt he won. I do think some rounds were closer than the referees, the judges, were making him out to be. What am I looking for? Yeah, I do think some rounds were closer. The headlines, even on the Packland site, is boasting about the Canelo Alvarez victory over James Kirkland. Kind of scared to watch it, man. He looked like he got laid out. Oh, this is an interesting headline. There was a rematch clause. That's my opinion after analyzing what has transpired. Yes, it's only speculation, but just remember when everybody said they won't have a Maypac fight. I was among a few who believed the fight was a done deal. The reason they lied about the clause is to avoid speculation that the fight is fixed and people would wait for the rematch instead. You're naive if you think there was no rematch clause. Some of these people need to learn to speak English so I don't have to paraphrase. So, alright, I reached 16 minutes. I think I'm gonna finish up here and just chill out. It was a long weekend, guys. Oh yeah, I'm almost at the end zone. I got freaking 4 classes left until I finish until I get my bachelor's degree. But if I take like 2 classes at a time to finish up in September, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be like a zombie. I'm gonna have pimples on my face, gonna have acne. My fitness isn't gonna be where I want it to be. I'm not gonna have as much workout videos posted, and I don't know. I'm not gonna hit the pool as much as I want to, or the beach. Man, spring is killing me. My allergies are killing me. Are you interested in starting your own vlogs or getting better at video blogging? Today, right now, you can start polishing your video blogging skills. The Vlogger's Journal can help you keep those creative juices flowing so that you have an endless amount of ideas and topics for your video blogs. Are you self-conscious about video blogging in public, in front of strangers, or even in front of your friends and family? The Vlogger's Journal, the Vlogger's Inner Circle, the Vlogger's VIP Vault is here to equip you with the confidence, mindset, skills, and techniques to be an elite vlogger and effectively deliver your brand and your message to the eyes, minds, and hearts of your viewers. Order and download the Vlogging Journal right now and get this exclusive limited time offer. Head over to the link below this video and start your vlogging adventure today.